Jason. Anyways,
same shirt size.
Yeah, right, dog. I've been. I wear those XLs. I wear those XXLs. Anyways, hey, Jason looks like he can lift 300 pounds. Comment down below if you believe. It's the beer, dude. Hey, this is the live drinking show for the Fantasy Red Zone. We're going to go over the most important backup running backs for 2025. All right, must draft, dog. I have like 4 I super believe in. No, 3 I super believe in. I got another one I'm going to throw out there just for you, Jason, because you did 4 as well. So we're going to be going over these. All right, some are like, I got one rookie, man, that's going to blow everybody's mind. That's the 4th? Because I totally forgot that Shane Steichen, hey, when Shane Steichen drafts a rookie, Jason, running back especially, I am interested. Especially when that lead dog gets injured every fucking year. And I said the F word already. I said I was going to say the F word, and I said it. Jason, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia came out, I think it was on Thursday. I already watched the first 2 episodes. But before we get into all that, please tell the public how they can help the show. You can obviously tell I've been drinking.
Yeah, please like and subscribe to the channel. We need it. Involvement in the comments. Let us know what you think about our running backs, our backup running backs. I have, in my opinion, the best backup running back.
I looked at that dog. I looked at your 4 and I was like, what the hell? What is he doing? What is this guy doing? I'm glad I'm drafting with him.
We also wait. I just lost my thing. It said they're good, man. You'll like them. I promise you'll like them.
What's your deal, dude? You're a professional.
We're also on the radio, Tyler, on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We also got our Patreon. If you guys feeling friendly, we have a thank you button on all of our videos. Thank you.
Have we ever gotten a thank you, Jason? I don't think we have. I think once from you. And what'd you say?
2, and one of them was
holy shit. Thank you so much. We don't get paid until we get $100 in YouTube. God knows that's not going to happen anytime soon. So please like and subscribe. Anyways, moving forward, Jason, there was a rumor, like I think it was like the day after the 4th of July. And it's one of these amazing Reddit stories. If you were into Reddit fantasy football, you know some of these things that like there's so much bullshit on that thread. You can't believe anything. Well, guess what, dude? Najee Harris, some guy from San Diego came out, like there was like 5 dudes from San Diego was like, Najee Harris has an injured eye and injured fingers, Jason Pierre-Paul style, dude. He is going to be fucked up for the next year. I said it again. And I was like, Marion Hampton, man. I've been wanting Marion Hampton, but I've been wanting Najee Harris as well. He was like led the league in broken tackles almost last year. So I was thinking about him late. And then this fool is, I put, he cannot see or hold a football right now. That is just my opinion. But Jason, did you hear about his fireworks injuries? The details have not came out yet. But, I mean, the first initial report, Jason, was a fucked up eye and a bad hand. And if that's the case, dude, Omarion Hampton to the moon.
Yeah, there's more reports out, but I did see that. It said, did I read this right? Did Najee Harris lose an eyeball? I was all, what? But I think he like took a photo of him with an eye patch.
Najee, more like eye. No, that doesn't make any sense.
But yeah, he's gonna be fine. They say he's gonna be ready for the start of the season.
That's what the agent said. You know, the last time I heard that, dude, was Christian McCaffrey last year.
Oh damn! So it's not like official medical report.
No, I saw it on Reddit. God damn it! They're like, "Oh, don't worry." And they're like, "No, that's his agent. That's the quote." and they like linked the article, and I was like, "Oh God." So yeah, whatever the agent says, I don't care, Jason. He's getting paid, man. It's like Entourage. Go watch Entourage.
Damn, Hampton to the moon.
Hampton to the moon.
Hampton. Hampton.
I don't know what the fuck I'm saying anymore, dude. Hey. Jason, CeeDee Lamb, I saw the stat, and people were talking shit to me a long time about not taking CeeDee Lamb. And then I was like, strength of schedule. I don't care, man. I would still take Derrick Henry over him. I don't care. CeeDee Lamb averages 18.5 half point PPR, but so more than that, points per game across Dak Prescott's last 25 starts. That ranks as wide receiver 1. So if you go over like Dak Prescott's last 25 starts, that's with an amazing offensive line as well. I want to throw out there. Yeah, dude, he's been wide receiver 1. Okay, so I get it. Dallas is top 10 in pass rate the last 2 years Dak started games. They have a new offensive coordinator. Their offensive line is shit. All right, they have another offensive weapon that is going to take touchdowns away. How do you feel about all that still, Jason? Would you take are you like super pumped on CeeDee Lamb? Do you think he's being undervalued, or do you think he's being valued properly?
I think he's being valued properly. I still think he has the potential to be like a number 1 or number 2 wide receiver at the end of the year. Will it happen? Not sure. I think the potential is there. I mean, I've said this before. This is like 2023 all over again, where everyone was down on the Cowboys, and it's like the same people are still there.
I am down on and I'm talking so much shit about the Cowboys this year, Jason. So how do you feel about that?
I mean, it's 2023 all over again.
Yeah, man, but at least 2023. Because it's like we're gonna bring out the Tex Coast offense and all that bullshit. And I was like, man, Mike McCarthy, just shut up, dude. The more you talk, the more I hate you. And anyways, I ended up being super wrong, man. They went nuclear like halfway through the year and won people leagues, and then the next year they all got injured. So it's like, what do we really know?
Yeah, well, that offensive coordinator that when he went nuclear is now the head coach.
Nuclear. Okay, well, that's a good point, Jason. I like how you just kind of threw that out there at the very end. Can you see what I'm sharing?
Yeah.
So I threw together all of the backup running backs. I put the team, man, because some of these guys, you might not know who they are, at least the last one. And then yards per carry. All right, so when I'm looking at backup running backs, I do want to see how efficient they are with their touches, and that's kind of a yards per carry thing. This is forced missed tackles, so FMT. It's not like I should have written it all out, but man, I need space, dude. I need space, dog. So forced missed tackles per attempt. That is like one of the stickiest stats for fantasy success or running back success in general. So got that. We have rushing yards over expected, Jason. So if you have like a 0, you're getting what you get. You're taking what your offensive line gives you. But hey, man, if you're taking advantage, man, like Jordan Mason, man, 1.38, holy shit. And then yards after contact per attempt, kind of threw that out there as well. And then running back 1 touches. So like Tyler Allgeier, Bijan Robinson went down. Bijan Robinson had 365 touches last year. So that's like kind of what I'm like. What would this guy's if this guy did take over as number 1, what kind of touches can you expect? And then the ADP, hey man, they're all going like in the super late rounds. But you can see like Zach Charbonnet's going ahead of some other ones because he finishes like running back 25 last year, which is insane. But ADP is there as well. So, Jason, do you understand this table?
Yes.
All right, let's move forward. Do you have a running back, Jason? Who's your first running back you want to talk about?
So, hey, what does Charles Barkley say? He's all knuckleheads.
What are these knuckleheads, man? These knuckleheads over here.
Olaf. He's all,
That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Well, let's
all the women in San Antonio.
Let's do the Bears backup. Okay.
Roschon Johnson. All right. So this guy's good for one thing, Jason, literally. And I know you're going to talk about it.
Well, it's actually Roschon Johnson / Kyle Monangai.
Now you have my attention. I want to say that. Because Kyle Monangai is one of my targets. So
first you have my curiosity. Now you have my attention.
I don't know what the fuck that's from, but I've heard that before and I like it.
What's that movie with Django? It's from
Django. Oh, that's right. That is. I think Leonardo DiCaprio said that in Candyland.
Yep. So right now, this day, 7-Eleven, get your free Slurpee. I'm leaning towards Johnson. But this will be a competition to look for during training camp. You know, if Monangai wins RB2, then he will be the backup and, he would be the guy that said that you should go out and draft. But why are either players good backups, running backs drafts? You ask. Did you ask this?
What? Did
I don't know. Okay.
Was that a sentence?
But why are either... Sorry. Hold on. The beer is kicking in. That means I got to get a little bit more.
Live. This is live, by the way.
Okay. But why are either players good backup running backs to draft? You ask. Okay. Third person.
I asked it.
All right. Last season under Ben Johnson as offensive coordinator for the Lions, Jahmyr Gibbs had 250 carries. David Montgomery had 180 carries. It was close to a 50-50 split until Montgomery missed the last 3 games and a half at the end of the season. Swift will likely be the Gibbs, in the offseason, but Roschon takes the Montgomery role. Roschon's career high is 81 rushing attempts as a rookie. So do you think that Swift will have 350 carries and Roschon to have like 100 carries this upcoming season. I don't believe so, especially since Swift normally gets worse as the year goes on. Last year, from week 10 and on, he averaged 10 points per game. In 2023, from weeks 9 and on, he averaged 9 points a game. And that was behind the Eagles' elite offensive line. His missed tackles forced per attempt, was 0.15. That's horrible. And his rushing yards over expected, Tyler, per attempt is minus 69. Worse than the league with a minimum of 90 attempts. So I
tried to find that. I don't know where you found that, but that's good.
So even when the defense was like giving him more, he was not taking. He's like, bro, I'm good over here. I'm just gonna fall down right here. I'm good right here.
Tom Brady.
Which means he's being bad at being tackle short, blah, blah, blah. This upcoming season, the Bears' offensive line should improve. Their offense should improve a lot as well, and Roschon should at least double his carries. Who's to say he doesn't earn lead back duties when Swift starts to struggle again?
Lean back.
And the back end of the season. He is RB51, and right now I'm basically drafting him every time. Until I hear something different with Kyle.
Fat Joe, dog. Lean back. When you think about Fat Joe, you think about Roschon Johansson. You didn't even mention his carries inside the 5, Jason. I think he had 9 carries and 6 touchdowns, dude. It was like the highest success rate of any running back in the fucking inside the 5. And then you look at like DeAndre Swift in that category, and it was god awful. And then I'm like, well, Ben Johnson's going there. He's going to want to run the ball, especially with Caleb Williams around the red zone, man. So I think Roschon Johnson, if he's going to have any value, he's going to have 10 plus touchdowns this year, and not much else. But 10 plus touchdowns, he'll be a flex. I think he's going to be a viable flex with touchdown potential. But again, Kyle Monangai is the guy I'm targeting. I had him on my running back room show. So I like that a lot, Jason. Moving forward, do you want to react to anything I said?
No, you're good.
All right, man. Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? Here, let me go over the table and point out his goods and his bads real fast. I've got sunglasses on. I can't see shit. I can't see shit in here. Dude, I almost went over Roschon. His yards per carry was 2.7. But again, that is skewed because of the goal line carries. His forced missed tackles per attempt was like not even at like 100th of, it was like not even 100, or it was 900ths, which is not good. All right. And then yards after contact per attempt. But then if you just think about this guy being used on the goal line, it's going to fuck up all these metrics. Okay. So he needed more opportunity in the open field. And again, Jason told you about the touches. The touches are actually pretty good for DeAndre Swift. If he gets that, if DeAndre Swift goes down and Roschon Johnson does become the lead back, he will be a running back 2, high end. All right, man.
Yeah. I still think this guy has a chance if he's going to be the number 2 or Kyle, whatever, to get it close to like 150, 180 touches, because I don't think it's all going to go to Swift.
Swift can't handle it, dude. Swift can't handle it.
And he, at the end of the year, he sucks every year.
Ooh, he likes that.
All right, man. Carry the load.
Jason. Isaac Guerendo. I always thought, like, when they got drafted, I was like, Jason Derulo. Anyways, he was pretty popular, man, if you're like almost fucking 40. Christian McCaffrey, Jason, is missing 2 Achilles. All right? They don't even exist. His Achilles exists out of dust and dreams, Jason.
Dust and dreams. Dust and dreams.
He played 4 games last year. He played 4 games. They said he was going to be ready for the fucking beginning of the season. He has no Achilles. Want to point that out, all right? And then Isaac Guerendo was a 4th round draft pick. I got a dog over here beeping like a goddamn roadrunner. So 4th round draft pick last year, and I loved his metrics, dude. You remember, like, he was like the Bayshell Tootin, Boyshell Tootin of last year, like all the 10-yard splits and like quick twitch stuff. He was amazing. Running back 2 finish week 14 versus the Bears. So like he literally, like if he was the lead back, he literally has top 5 potential. Like that is the ceiling for Isaac Guerendo. He averaged 5 yards per carry, 7th among running backs with at least 75 carries. Part of that is receiving a lot of help from his offensive line, averaging 2.0 yards before contact, which was tied for the 5th best. So when he had the games that he ran a lot, Jason, that offensive line was firing, dog. And I would hate this offensive line this year, but hey, Trent Williams came back. Somehow he came back. Guerendo averaged 10.2 yards per carry on perfectly blocked plays and only 2.9 on other runs. So, like, he's the type of player that needs the open space. He's not going to fight through a lot. He needs perfectly balanced, perfectly blocked stuff. But when he gets that, he is so athletic and amazing. In that Kyle Shanahan offense, too, they're going to run the ball with those zone blocks with big windows or big alleys. All right, he is amazing. 14 forced missed tackles on 84 attempts. That is 0.17. That is average. All right, so elite. So we talked about how much we like the stat, Jason. Ooh, man, is the airplane rolling into your house?
Nope.
Okay, because it sounds like it. Anyways.
What happened?
Dude, I don't know, man. It came over my speakers. It's like crazy-ass white noise.
Oh, no. I don't know what happens. I'm not doing nothing.
It's like 88 degrees, man. You better turn that shit off. I'm kidding. Okay, it went away. Whatever you just did, it went away. But, hey, Isaac Guerendo, 5 yards per carry, green. 0.17 forced missed tackles per attempt. That is a stat that we're really into. What elite is 0.25 to pretty much 0.35. Number one in the league last year was at 0.30. And this guy is average. And then yards after contact per attempt, average. Running back one touches a lot, Jason. So if he gets the starting job, he will have like 350 touches if he was a starter all year. ADP going pretty low. I mean, he's going higher than Ray Davis, Roschon Johnson, and Tyler Allgeier. So you have to pay up to get him. But if you're a Christian McCaffrey owner, Jason, you literally have to own Isaac Guerendo. And Christian McCaffrey's going as a top 5 running back right now.
Yeah, I also like that he could catch the ball. Looks like the games that he played in, he averaged around 4 targets at 3 receptions a game, it looks like, 15 total. But one of the number things I like is with the running backs behind that offensive line for the 49ers, dude, the offensive line last year was 4th in rushing yards before contact last year. So you're telling me this guy with his speed that he has, his agility, if you're giving him a yard before he's even touched by the defender, like...
Isn't that crazy? Like, I thought the 49ers offensive line was like struggling, and then you look at yards before contact on that running back and they're like top 5.
Yeah. Well, I think it was more the passing game they sucked, right?
Yeah, because, I mean, that's what they said. That's what the defensive Brock Purdy was. So, all right, dog, give me somebody to talk about.
All right, let's do Ray Davis.
Hey, man, I think I drafted Ray Davis. I was all about Ray Davis. Let's look at him.
All right, so running back 43 right now, and that could move higher if Cooks doesn't join training camp because of the contract issues. It doesn't turn out good when the running backs hold out through training camp. We've seen that, there's a pattern, there's a history of that. So Davis had 113 carries, which was 3rd most for rookies last year. And Sean McDermott he kind of babies rookie running backs. Cooks, who was a 2nd-round pick, had 91 carries his rookie year to explode to 237 carries his sophomore year. So he kind of babies them their first year. Cooks was over efficient last year as well with 16 touchdowns on 207 carries. I believe Davis is going to take some of those touchdowns and carries away his sophomore year. This isn't a pass-heavy team anymore. Top 8 back-to-back years and run percentage per game. If Cooks is to miss time, Ray Davis could be a 3rd down back, and so he could be in, and he's also involved in the passing game too. And also, Bills have the 8th best strength of schedule for running backs.
Jimmy Craig. Oh, dude, Corian, when are you going to be? Oh, God, dang it, man. You're right, Corian. I keep on looking at it because I've been doing my draft. It says reactivate the league. I need to reactivate the league. So, you know what? By the end of this weekend, I promise, Corian, I'm giving it a promise. The champ is here. Ray Davis, a solid handcuff. Hell yeah, dude. But yeah, Jason, I like Ray Davis. Just looking at his stats real fast. So, I mean, I remember his first touch was like a 30-yard touchdown reception. I was super pumped on that. I was like, Ray Davis, league winner. I tried to trade him away because he had like 20 points that game. Did not work. Nobody wanted him. I shopped him. Only 3.9 yards per carry. but he had 0.26. We talked about being, elite is 0.25 to 0.35. He is elite in 4 missed tackles per attempt, and that's amazing. Rushing yards over expected, Jason. His offensive line did him some favors because he was not that great in that category. He was averaging yards after contact. And I do want to point out, though, Jason, James Cook, even as a starter, 239 touches. That offense does not run through the running back as much as I want it to. So even though I love Ray Davis, I think that he's going to be a low-end running back one if he ever got the starting job. So it's almost like James Cook is never going to be a top 5 running back, right? Because of the volume. And if he's super efficient, like last year, he was crazy efficient. It's going to fall back. But he is like a top 10 potential running back. So that's how I feel about Ray Davis.
Yeah. Sounds good.
All right, dog. Next up, I'm going to look at my notes real fast.
Corion's calling you out, and he said, you said that 2 weeks ago about reactivating the league.
Yeah, I was drunk, man. I'm not drunk right now.
Bullshit.
Hey, dude, when my wife comes home, my life changes. Right now, I'm like, I'll fucking reactivate the league right now. And then, I'm like, oh, sorry, baby. Yeah, that sucks. Fucking, are you hungry? I'm going to reactivate it regardless. All right, man, this weekend. I'm telling you, Corion. Shit. I said it already, but whatever. All right, Kenneth Charbonnet, Jason. Kenneth Charbonnet. Zach Charbonnet. Kenneth Walker missed 6 games, man. Do you know what Kenneth Charbonnet did in those 6 games? 17.9, 25.7, 38 fantasy points. People were losing their goddamn minds. They're like, Charbonnet's a league winner. All right, he's averaging like 25 points a game. This is insane. Then he went 10.6, 9.1. He did average 19.2 fantasy points per game in the 6 games that Walker was out. That is amazing. Running back 25 finish, all right? You're like, oh, why does that matter? Well, that was 2 spots better than Kenneth Walker, who is the starter right now. And literally every single time I read an article, man, it's about how Kenneth Walker is going to be a league winner this year. Every single time. And it's like Clint Kubiak Clint Kubiak, right? Let's see. Oh, yeah, I have it actually right here. He's the new offensive coordinator. Now, they keep on talking about how run heavy he's going to be. He was average last year. They ran the ball the 17th most in New Orleans. So I would expect them to be average again, probably. But, they threw the ball too much last year with that college coordinator. So relative to last year, they will be run heavy. Charbonnet has been notably better in gap runs than zone, finishing with 5.1 yards per attempt on gap plays compared to 3.5 on zone. The reverse is true for Walker, who averages 4.4 yards per attempt on zone and 4.0 on gap. So we're looking at, strengths on the run scheme and all that stuff. Well, Clint Kubiak's going to come in. They're going to run the ball more. He is a gap zone offensive coordinator, and that leans heavily towards Charbonnet and not Walker. That's the one negative on Walker that you can really find right now. But still, all right. So, and then new offensive coordinator, they say that Clint Kubiak's team is ranked 7th in zone concept frequency each of the last 4 seasons. So even though they ran the ball the 17th most times, they run gap they run whatever all the time. So that is important there. And then talk about Charbonnet. Dude, this fool had 52 receptions last year for 340 yards. Kenneth Walker did have 53 receptions for 299 yards. But if you read the beat writers and everything else, all the metrics tell you that Charbonnet is way better at pass catching. And I do know that they're going to run the ball more. But, dude, Sam Darnold in that offensive line, he's going to have to fucking get rid of the ball. Like, on passing plays, he's going to be dumping the ball off so much to running backs and tight ends, Jason. That is like the 30th ranked offensive line or something like that. And Sam Darnold took the second most time to throw last year. So, like, to me, when I was doing the Sam Darnold breakdown, I was like, dude, this fool's not going to be able to throw deep passes at all. So I'm kind of paying attention to who's going to be the pass catching running back here. Charbonnet, man, kind of stands out. So he might have some standalone value, even more than a backup. And then just real quick, he had 32 32 forced missed tackles on 136 attempts at 0.24. I talked about 0.25 as elite. So his running metrics are very good as well on top of his pass metrics. And he's got the scheme that helps him. So Jason, let me see real fast. Oh, backups. But yeah, Zach Charbonnet, 4.2 yards per carry, 0.56 rushing yards over expectation. That's pretty good as well. It's like top 10. And then yards after contact, he was decent there. So yeah, Jason, I am really wanting Kenneth Charbonnet. If I forget to draft running backs and I'm wide receiver heavy, I will be going Kenneth Charbonnet in like round 10 or whatever.
Yeah, my thing too is like we talk about with Kubiak, like he plans on running the ball a lot more. But I don't see Kenneth Walker getting over 300 carries, maybe between like the 250, 275. So if that's the case, they're going to have to give a lot of carries to Zach Charbonnet.
Seattle going to run the ball, man. Bills. That's what you said 2 weeks ago. Speaking of Seattle, I like Jalen. Hey, man, Jalen Monroe, Jamie Craig. All right, sexy Mexi. Hey. Espero que no. I hope not. That's my Spanish phrase for the day because I'm relearning Spanish. I was fluent at one time. When he starts. All right. Anyways, Jason, give me somebody to talk that you're going to talk about.
I'm going to talk about your guy here, Jordan Mason.
Fuck, dude. I was so pissed when I saw this name on your list. I was like, what are you doing, Jason?
I feel like I've talked about this guy for 3 straight weeks. Aaron Jones had career highs in touches and was 20th in points per game.
Aaron Jones, is he in prison? Is he in charge of the white gang?
Who?
Yeah, you said Arian Jones.
No,
I think you might have thought of Arian Foster.
Don't be saying that. Aaron Jones had career
Arian
highs.
Foster was one of my favorite players ever, Jason.
In touches, and he still only had he was 20th in points per game, so that's not good. He's also now 30 years old, so 8% of his career runs have gone for 15 yards or more. That's Jordan Mason, which doubles Aaron Jones the last 2 seasons. So Mason has a better missed tackles forced per attempt and yards per carry and yards after contact, an explosive run rate than Jones on outside run schemes, okay? And Vikings run outside zone schemes as 7th most last season. I believe this will be a lot closer to a 50-50 split than people are thinking about or will realize. At this point, Jordan Mason is the better runner, and you can get him at running back 31. That is lower than Aaron Jones. So if Mason goes into Minnesota and he takes over that starting role, which I can see happening, we can see like the last year's stats when Mason was on the Niners, he was 6th in fantasy points scoring, and he's still going to be behind an amazing offensive line. So eventually, like I said, I think he's going to actually be the starter at some point in the year, and he's still going to be behind the amazing offensive line who runs zone scheme, 7th most last year, and he did great. He was 10 times better than Aaron Jones last year. I think
that's what I saw. Yeah,
I think he's going to be an amazing pickup this year.
Well, there was an article I was just reading, and it was like the most improved offensive lines of the offseason. I thought the Bears obviously did better than the Vikings, but they were giving the Vikings the most improved offensive line over the offseason. And with this coach and everything, they're going to score a lot of points. Jordan Mason in the goal line, I like. And then I just read an article about Aaron Jones just pointing out all the shit that he's like, is he the best running back in the NFL? I was like, oh, he might be the most efficient. But Jason, you mentioned zone run schemes, Kevin O'Connell, Sean McVay, all that stuff. A rookie quarterback coming in, man. So they might want to run the ball a lot more. And especially when the field shrinks. And when I think about that, I think about, on the 5-yard line, on the 10-yard line, who are they going to be putting in there? I would think that Aaron Jones would be great for a quick outlet for whatever. But I think they're going to be running the ball a lot with the better runner with the zone and goal line opportunities, Jason. Jordan Mason, I'm expecting to get 10+ touchdowns this season. He might only have 800 or 900 yards, but he will be a solid flex option regardless of what happens. Now, if he gets a starting job, Jason, he's going to be a fucking top 10 running back, no problem. If Aaron Jones does get injured, he's old as shit. I mean, he's probably 10 years younger than I am, but he's still old as shit. So, yeah, the potential and where you're drafting him, and it's like, and I do want to say real fast, I forgot to mention this at the top of the episode, but like, if you look at the top 50 most common players on fantasy football championship teams, Jason, there's like Like all the late hits on running backs, there's like 2 out of the like 7 were like Bucky Irving and somebody else. The rest were all backups. So it is so worth, drafting these backups. And who were just, and Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason by far is like my favorite backup of the season. So I would expect his name to be on championship list, with Aaron Jones maybe being injured or having a reduced role at the end of the season.
Yeah, like I said, Aaron Jones, man, he had career highs in touches last year. And I don't expect him to get career highs again as a 30-year-old after they brought in Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason at this time is the better runner in that backfield. Jones will still be relevant. He'll be relevant with in the passing game because he can still catch. But I think Jones, man, I see a possibility where he actually gets more carries a game towards the end of the season.
All right, man. Hey, Trey Benson. All right. They drafted Trey Benson in the 3rd round last year. Everybody freaked out when James Conner was falling down the ranks. I'm like, dude, don't worry about it. This guy's a rookie. James Conner's like, Kyler Murray needs James Conner, man. Pass protection and everything else. And I told you not to draft him. I was right. Okay, I was right. This year, I'm telling you to draft Trey Benson. James Conner's 30 years old. He played 16 games last year. That's great. I don't think he's going to play 16 games this year. Again, a 3rd round draft pick, so the draft capital's there. They did lose their offensive line coach, Jason, to your Cowboys. That's the new offensive coordinator, I'm pretty sure. He ranked 11th in run. They ranked 11th in run block win rate last year. So were they in the top 3rd of the league last year? I think they're going to fall back to maybe 15th, 16th, more in the middle of the pack. And then Trey Benson, man, 14 forced missed tackles on 63 attempts. That was 0.22 forced missed tackles per attempt. And he had a pretty decent explosive run rate as well at 0, or so like 1 out of every 6 runs went for 10 plus yards, and that was that was due to his weight and his speed, man. Like 4.39 40, and it weighed like 220 pounds. It was like Brees Hall type of numbers. And then looking at his stats real fast, Jason, 4.6 yards per carry. I love that again because he broke off a lot of explosive runs. 0.22 forced missed tackles per attempt. I talked about that. That's almost elite. I still highlighted it as green as a rookie. That's pretty damn good. Yards after contact, he was good. He was known for his lower body weight and powerful thighs, Jason. So that does make sense to me. And then the important thing here is if James Conner goes down, dude, it is a true workhorse situation. Almost, I would say about 300 carries or about 300 touches a year for him. And he's going later. He's going later than most, going later than Isaac Guerendo, Zach Charbonnet, and Jordan Mason. So Trey Benson, as far as like a high end, he would be a top 10 running back, no problem, if James Conner went down. So high end backup. I like where he's being drafted, and with a lot of good stats tying him to success. Jason, that's all I have to say.
Yeah, he's still, he's going to be the backup, and it's for, James Conner, just like last year, where they got him because James Conner has a history of being injured. I don't think he has one season where he's completed a whole season healthy, and that's going to be his same role again. I'm pretty sure they're just going to roll with James Conner till the wheels fall off. Well, if I remember, did you say his age, Tyler? Is he like 30 years old now?
Yeah, he's 30 right now. I didn't see how old he was to be at the start of the season. I just looked at right now.
Yeah, there's a good chance that this might be the season that he might get injured. And when Trey Benson comes in, like, that offensive line is already pretty good. You said they were 11th ranked in run block win rate. They're 9th in rushing yards before contact. So they're in the top 10. It's like they have a good...
But the thing is, Jason, they lost their offensive line coach, and he was like revered throughout the league. So that's my only issue there, because that's why I'm like, dude, the Cowboys gonna run the fuck out of the ball, man. That's one reason I didn't like CeeDee Lamb that much.
Yeah, they're not.
We'll see though. I'll see when I believe it. I guess
that ain't happening.
Come on, man. When an offensive line coach becomes a coordinator, they run the ball.
Do they?
Yeah, dog. What do you think they want to do?
Pass protect their quarterback?
Hell no.
Their franchise quarterback?
That's not what they wanted. They want to make their offensive line happy. You know what the fucking makes their offensive line happy? Running the ball, man, going forward.
Really?
Yes. I think I might have saw that once on something, but, I don't know shit. I'm just talking. Anyways, Jason, do you know who DJ Giddens is?
Yeah, he's the rookie I went over in our rookie shows.
Well, good job, because I wasn't paying attention apparently, because I was like, who's this DJ Giddens? All right. So you look at all the stats. Hey, man, they're all rookie. And the thing is, though.
Can I go, Tyler? Or are you just going to go back to back?
Did I just go back to back? Who was that? I just did Trey Benson. I was like, this show's going fast.
No, right, Tyler. I'll make this fast for you. Okay. I'll make it fast.
I'm sorry. Good. I got to pee anyways.
Tyjae Spears.
Hey, that's my guy too, Jason. You took him from me. You got Jordan Mason, Tyjae Spears.
Tony Pollard. He played 16 games last year and was able to reach over 1,000 yards. He was 8th most in carries. So he had the volume, but he wasn't good. He wasn't really efficient. 0.15 in missed tackles forced per attempt, 42nd in yards per touch, and first in drop passes. That's not good. But he had the volume with top 10 in opportunity share. Tyjae Spears was hit by injuries last season. Ankle sprain in week 2, hamstring strain in week 7, concussion in week 11 and 17. But in weeks 15, 16, and 17, when healthy, before his second concussion, he averaged 20.7 points per game. On the season, Spears' average 0.23 missed tackles forced per attempt was significantly higher than Pollard's. Tony Pollard's volume was high because Spears was injured all season, but Spears looks to be a more dynamic and explosive player at this time in Pollard's career, and he's being drafted 50 picks later than Pollard. I expect Spears to get more of the share in 2025 if he remains healthy. If something happens to Pollard, Spears could be a clear RB1 back.
So Tyjae Spears, Jason, I think I drafted him his rookie year with Derrick Henry leaving and Tony Pollard going over there and everything. And he was insane in the membrane. Or maybe that was, I can't remember whose last year that was, but his rushing metrics and like forced missed tackles and everything was like elite. So I really believed in him last year, and Tony Pollard actually did really well. But yeah, dude, Tyjae Spears, and I'm targeting this offense, Jason. All right, so I already had Tony Pollard's a target of mine, Chig Okonkwo a target, and Calvin Ridley is a target, because this offense is going to be better than what people think. It's being undervalued, okay, because it's being assessed at its absolute floor, and not its in the middle, somewhere between its floor and its ceiling. So you want to take advantage of that. And that goes with the backup, dog, because if Tyjae Spears comes out and, man, dude, I'm telling you, because the head coach and his dad were like the best offensive line coaches of all time that got that coaching job for the Titans. And now they have a rookie, now they have a rookie quarterback again. They're going to run the hell out of the ball. This offensive line, dude, with like Tyler, man, I can't remember the center's name, or I liked him so much coming out of college, Skoronski or whatever. I mean, I'm just saying, dude, there's potential for them to be a top 5, top 7 offensive line. Oh, I'm really targeting these guys right now. So I like that you picked up Tyjae Spears.
I like him too. He's a good running back. He was just injured all of last year.
Fucker. Real fast, all right? I know you're ready to get the hell out of here, Jason. Oh, I better put this back over here. You want to lift some weights, 300 pounds and shit. Here we go. DJ Giddens, all right? Again, I talked about this real fast. You are chasing the volume. Shane Steichen, all right? This fool runs the shit out of the ball and knows how to coach offensive lines. And he's all about workhorse running backs, man. Look at Jonathan Taylor getting like sheer volume last year, 321 touches, and he was injured a lot. So he could lead the league in touches, no problem. Giddens is like 215 pounds or something like that. So he can be a workhorse running back. And he was like top 15 in every single metric that you can even think of in college. I was going through some Reddit stuff about him, and they're like, Dynasty is kind of all about DJ Giddens right now. They think that the Colts are going to trade Jonathan Taylor after this season because of this drafting of Giddens. But yeah, Taylor's coming off a 1,400-yard, 11 touchdown campaign. He did return to the Pro Bowl form, but he hasn't been healthy for a full season since 2021, dude. So when he was the number 1 running back in fantasy football, it was 2021, dude. So it's been like 3 years. Taylor missing a total of 13 games between 2022 and 2023. The door could be open soon. Okay. 6 foot, 212 pounds. Kansas State possesses the adequate size and showcase plenty of patience, vision, and elusiveness during his time. I don't know why I'm telling you this because I ran out of time before the show. I wasn't able to research this guy properly, so I just looked up his PFF profile. But I just want to people to pay attention to DJ Giddens, Jason. Like, I was going to put Jalen Wright on this because I really like Jalen Wright. But, man, the Dolphins could be a dumpster fire. One thing I know for sure, Shane Steichen's going to have this running game going. And if Anthony Richardson is playing, they're not going to throw the fucking ball much. And even Daniel Jones, Jason, they're going to be top 5 in running the ball. And Jonathan Taylor has been injury prone. Shane Steichen drafts a player I pay attention. I said that when he drafted Josh Downs 2 years ago. So, yeah, Josh Downs and this Giddens guy are probably my top 2 targets on the Colts right now.
Damn, dude. I had the perfect stats for this guy, but I deleted them after we did our episode months ago, and I was trying to hurry up and look it up again because
I was finding a bunch of backup running backs that I didn't like. Like, there was so much about Jalen Wright that I didn't like. There was so much about this and that. So by the time I got to Giddens and I liked him and some of his stats, it was like fucking 5:30.
I do want to say that I remember my comp for him was Raheem Mostert.
Yeah, I mean, straight up the gut, dude. I haven't watched film on him yet, but like I said, dude, if Shane Steichen likes a running back, I like a running back. To be honest,
he runs like a 2x4, dude, just straight up.
Woo! I like that.
But yeah, he was top 10, 15 in the league when it came to yards per carry. I think it was like 6.5, and missed tackles forced per attempt, and yards after contact, and explosiveness. I think his score rating or his speed score from the combine, he was in the top 3.
It was a 10-yard shuttle was only behind Bashal Tootin.
Yeah, his speed score was insane. So
yeah, and he's 215 pounds, so that makes a difference. Where I think I don't know what Tootin is, but I'm pretty sure he's 200.
And the only thing that held him back from having an earlier breakout season in college was Deuce Vaughn was ahead of him the year before.
Deuce Vaughn.
Still got one more, dog. I got the number 1. One more. Here we go.
What'd you say?
Tyler Allgeier.
Oh shit! I better start. I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna share. It looks like. Do I look like I have pupils in my eyes, Jason? Look.
Wait, hold on.
Dude, how do my eyes look like?
Oh, you do. It's almost like a cartoon. See it. That's kind of crazy looking.
Well, this fucking light's right in my eyes, dude. I'm all.
All right, let's get this. Let's go through it.
Go.
Tyler Allgeier, the bane of my existence in 2023. I watched a lot of Falcons games because I drafted Bijan Robinson that year, and Allgeier was too much involved. He was too much. Yeah. But, as he should be, he started to break out his rookie year. Last 5 games of 2022, 22 points, 15, 16, and 13 points. He rushed 210 times his rookie year, so we know he can carry the load. He is a good runner, an elite 0.27 missed tackles forced per attempt, which is higher than Bijan Robinson's. Kind of.
Did you do that? Hey, did you do that math yourself, Jason, on PFF?
Yeah.
Me too. And we got the same number. That's great.
Yep. And then his 3.61 yards after contact, Tyler, I think you even have on your screen.
Oh my God, I do.
That's the 4th best in the league. That was the 4th best stat in the league. So after turning into a backup running back, he still had 6 top 36 finishes in the last 2 years. So even behind Bijan Robinson, he still managed to put up numbers to at least be a flex, right? If he had to go full-time starter because of an injury to Bijan, that offensive line earned an NFL high of 1.17 yards before contact. That's the best in the league.
They lost their center.
It is too easy, dude. And his ADP is RB49 with the 5th easiest RB schedule. If you draft Robinson top 3, grab Allgeier because he could become a top 12 runner if Robinson's absence.
Yeah, Jason, the thing that stood out to me was dude, 4.7 yards per carry. 5 is elite, but he got a lot of carries, so that's amazing. He had the best forced missed tackles per attempt out of all our backups, and it was, 0.30 was number 1. This was 0.27. And then, he took more than what the defense gave him or offensive line gave him. And then 3.61 yards carry after contact was the best out of all the players, too. And then, Jason, Bijan Robinson had 365 touches last year. If Allgeier, that's like elite usage. So he has elite efficiency stats and can have elite usage. And I like Michael Penix Jr. a lot. So yeah, man, like Tyler Allgeier, as far as being he could be a top 7, top 5 running back if he had the full load. So yeah, I think that's a great pick.
Yeah, Jordan Mason. I was gonna say he was the only one on your list I had all green, but Jordan Mason.
Yeah, because Trey Benson didn't have enough carries to get my rushing yards over expectation, but Trey Benson actually did really well as well. Yeah. And other than that, you're right. It was pretty much Jordan Mason and Tyler Allgeier with all green. And it's Roschon Johnson, but like I said, his data is skewed by the goal line carries, and which he was amazing at. But you got to think about, when you're a goal line, you're not going to get fucking 5 yards, dude. You're getting 1 yard. So his yak and all that, it's just a lot of fucked up stuff. And then Ray Davis has a lot of bad stuff, but that situation and everything, he would still be a high-end running back 2, low-end running back 1. Everybody else is all green, dog. So, Jason, take it away, man. The show's over.
That's it. Okay, we made it through. It is hot as hell. Holy
88
crap.
degrees, man. I'm like 73 in this bitch.
I got to go buy me some ribs at Safeway. But we'll be here again next Friday at 6 o'clock. Join us. Have a brewski. Let's talk shop. Hey. I will talk to you in that video. Deuces.
How are you going to make your ribs? In the oven?
No, dude, in my smoker.
How, like 3 hours?
I was going to go 6.
Damn, dude. You can cut them up, dude. Do them high temp. I finish them in 30 minutes. Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, number one way to make ribs, you hang them. All the fat drips down, right? Open coals down there with like oak and wood and shit. Hits that. The fat makes its own smoke. Come hang out in California if you want to hang out, but you got to pay your own goddamn way. All right, Jason. Hey, this is Fantasy Red Zone. This is Tyler Big Turd War. This is Jason, the Lucky Bastard Youth. And then we appreciate you.